System and processes are what it took me from 0 to 7 figures. My name is Kevin, and I've been doing real estate investing for the last 10 years. I've done anything from wholesaling, fix and flip, short-term rental, multifamily, syndication, and I know a little bit about everything in real estate. So before I had system and processes, the business just looked like just a one-man show. Okay, I am running everything, I'm wearing all the hats, and still to this day, everything is not perfect. I still need to manage, but at least I'm not managing these tasks. I'm not doing these tasks myself. I'm managing people to make sure that they're pushing what I told them to do forward. And that's a big, big difference. Just imagine an assembly line. Before you have the assembly line, you had to build the car from scratch. You had to get the wheels, you had to build the engine, the chassis, right? You had to put out the windows, you had to paint the car, so on and so forth. But imagine you have a system and process in place, an assembly line. Every person is doing that particular thing. A task is assigned to a particular person, okay, in the line. That's way less complicated. Everything is simplified, and that's how you scale. That's the difference between not having a system, which is what I was before, to now having a system that we're able to do way more. So there's not really a particular event that made me realize the importance of system processes. It's just a realization over time that, hey, I'm not able to do this forever. Not only did it drive me nuts, but there's also repetition. It's the same thing that you do over and over again. If I were to be bogged down by all these things that I have to do repetitiously, there's no way that I could focus my time on the most money-generating activity, which is really to prospect, right, to get the sales. So I was forced to make a decision, and I was told that system and processes is the way. Thank God that I went to these masterminds, and that's exactly what these business owners have gone through as well. So we started putting systems and processes in place so that we were able to scale. If you have a vision of doing this for the long term, and if you're serious about sustaining yourself as an entrepreneur or a business owner, a serious business owner in that sense, you should have systems and processes in place. There's a difference between a business and a side hustle. A business has systems and processes in place so that it grows. There's a lot of things that I'm looking for when we're putting systems and processes in place. Efficiency, time saving. My time is also money, so it's also saving money. And there's also really empowering the people, right? Just so that they can actually do what you do, and then hopefully they can be elevated and they can advance their career. If you are serious about your business, and if you don't want to go crazy running your own business, you should have systems and processes in place, or you're going to drive yourself to the ground. You're going to go crazy. You might as well just go back to your W-2 and work for somebody else, because that somebody else has systems and processes in place so that you know how to do your job. I think the most benefit is efficiency. The most benefit is time saving. You can't build a village by yourself. It takes a whole village to raise a kid.
I think people usually just say it takes a village now, because everybody kind of knows it.
Right.
But yeah, it takes a whole village to raise somebody.
Yeah, it takes a whole village to raise a kid, to do something. You can't do it by yourself. Yes, it can get you this far, but if you want to go to the next level, you have to do it with a tribe. Just imagine what happens to your business if you're the only one that's working in your business. Just imagine you want to take a break away from your business. It's impossible without people, and people follow systems and processes. If you don't have that in place, they're just gonna be running around like chicken cut off without their head. My philosophy has always been that you should do it yourself, because if you don't do it yourself, how do you know the task that's involved? You have to break down a big task into its smaller steps. There's tools out there that will help you to implement systems and processes. Trello being one, Google Doc being another one. Just write down the steps that's involved. Training videos, I use Loom a lot just to record myself doing it from beginning to the end so that other people can follow. And you can give the same video to the new hire and just ask them to come back with questions and you'll be able to address it. That's how you can duplicate yourself. That's how you can have somebody that's ready to do that job for you so quickly because you have training that is set up already. And there itself is your system and processes as well, right? The training that you have. I can tell you, especially in this business, that things do not change that much. The same thing that you do closing a house 5 years ago is no different from what you're doing now. So that training doesn't get outdated. Even if it does, you can just go back and just do some addendum of the main training and give it to somebody, and they'll be able to take it and then implement it as if you were doing it yourself from the very beginning. If you can build a business and you are still here watching, that means that you have done something marvelous with your business. For you to go to the next level without driving yourself nuts is you can start putting system processes in place. If you're here, that means you can do it too. It's just another system and processes to put that in place. And if I can do it, you can do it too.